Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna be giving the Sienna some love. I ordered some of these hood shocks right here. It's a hood shock I found on Amazon that's designed for the Sienna. So we'll go ahead and install it today and see how it works. So stay tuned. So I found this kit for like 40 bucks on Amazon with Prime shipping. So I decided to try it out versus some of the stuff like from Taiwan. I think the MIT brand makes like an $80 kit. Figured I'd try it half the price, see how well this works. Plus this kit comes with the mounts for both the top and the bottom. Some kits use existing holes on the fender, but this one has brackets on both ends. So the brand looks like Zhang Shang. It's a little sticker right here. I'll probably end up peeling that off. But other than that, it comes with the brackets for the hood, comes with the brackets down by the fender right there, and then the bolts and washers for it. I might end up using my OEM style 10mm bolts versus these little cheap Home Depot type ones that they come with. As far as the instructions go, it comes with a picture of how it's supposed to be mounted. Other than that, there's really nothing else. This over here is actually a generic instruction for just replacing OEM gas shocks with the new ones, and it doesn't really apply to the Sienna. This is the only specific Sienna one. It's just a picture of how it's supposed to mount. The bottom mount by the radiator support has a left and a right labeled on it, so you know which side to put. The one that goes up by the hood doesn't really have a left or a right, so we're gonna have to figure out which way this really mounts onto the bolt up there. So for the bracket up by the hood, you wanna use just one bolt out of the two, and I'm guessing it goes this way right here, where the ball actually goes closer to the car, and it goes right up against there. So we're gonna try and install it that way and see how well it works. So what you use is a 12mm ratchet and socket, and just take the bolt off. It does kind of scuff up your paint on here, so if you have some touch-up paint, you might want to use that afterwards to touch up some of your bolts. Go ahead and do the same over here. This is a steel hood, and it looks like it's shown a little bit of rust and corrosion in here. I might have to put some WD-40 on here just to help prevent that. So I'm gonna end up using some of these OEM screws I had laying around here. I have a whole box full of these things. I'm gonna just use the nuts that came with it. What I'm gonna do is have the nuts on the bottom where I can't see them, and then the head of these on top so it looks OEM. So for this particular kit, it did come with 6 of these washers. 4 of them are supposed to be used down here, and 2 of them were supposed to be used up here. I decided to not use the washers that it came with for up here because it would have been really tight, and I didn't know how it would fit because we already have a flange bolt right here with a built-in washer, so I didn't really think I needed it. And if I put it that big old washer that it gave us, it would have pushed this thing in more, and it would have interfered with the bracket here, so I didn't use that. For down here, I'm not gonna use the top one because my bolt already has a washer out. I'm gonna just use the bottom one, which you can't really see. So what we're gonna do is pick out the one that says left, because we're on the left side of the car. Just put that in there, and then reach underneath, put the washer in, and put your nut in, and just screw it. Kind of use your headlight bracket right here as a gauge of how far. I just got it a little bit off that headlight bracket. And 10mm, so you really just need like 9 foot-pounds of torque, or just hand tighten it. We'll go ahead and do the other side and put the shocks in. So according to that picture they sent us, it said the shock body is going to be on the downside. So we'll put it down here, and then we'll snap the top one in. Remember, when I was playing with this thing is actually threaded onto the piston, so just make sure that thing's tight. Should snap right in. Oh shit, dropped it on the floor. All right, so I fished that piece that I dropped on the floor off. So what we're gonna do is just be careful with this. You gotta slide it in once you snap it on, so it's kind of weird. But snap it in. Slide it right up into there, and then just snap it around the neck of it. So we have to do the same at the bottom here. Once you snap the top in, what you want to do to get this to fit down here is you got to actually lift your hood up to get it extended out, and then it pops right into there. Once you pop it in there, get your pin back in through here. Now we got the other side snapped in. We'll go ahead and snap this side in. So just snap that on here. Put the retaining pin through, put that down. This thing's strong enough to be held up by just one side. So now we'll test it. I've been looking at it and it looks like we're gonna be really close right here on the two sides. It's actually hitting the cowl right here, so we're gonna have to trim this down and do some custom work over here to get this to clear that little cowl part, and then cut the weather stripping a little bit shorter and get the snap in. Up top right now, it's also close to the bolt when I close the piston to the bolts. All right, so just to clear the cowl here, I'm about to just cut this piece apart. Actually, cut one of the mounting points for this rubber, and then I'll probably end up having to cut this rubber and just redoing a new hole, and with a little clip or something to hold it right here.
Let's go. Yeah. I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it. Fuse like a magnet.
Clears right about here. I'm about to trim this back piece a little bit.
8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me.
Actually, I could just leave this rubber strip here. Just put a new clip so it holds on this corner, and it'll actually hide my cut and still clear.
Move fast, new shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last.
So I was able to trim this one pretty quickly over here since I knew exactly where I needed to. It was easier just to unhook this thing, lay it down, and kind of get the spot where you need to cut. Other than that, I need to just put that one little clip in the hole in here so I could actually put the weather stripping back, and this should be done. So this part's totally optional if you guys don't want to do it after you make that trimming, but I got these little OEM weather stripping plugs right here. I'm gonna go ahead and drill 2 holes for these, and then drill the hole on the rubber side and get these mounted up.
When did I do what's right? Push until I fall, I'm slipping to get back up. Always stand tall, I'm grinning. I got cuts real deep, big bruises scored. I had to learn how to.
You gotta make sure your hose is on this side so it doesn't get pinched when it closes.
All the pieces is a form of art. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I.
All right, so we got everything working now. It clears and it closes nicely. So we got that done. Hey guys, thanks for joining me all the way to the end of this video on upgrading the hood shocks on my Sienna. Now I don't have to use this hood prop anymore. I can just pop this thing up and down nice and easily, and this thing holds pretty strong even with one. If you guys found this video useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel to stay on top of all my different projects, whether it's on Sienna, on the IS, or in the garage, or in the house, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Remember, with all these different projects, if I can do it, you guys can do it. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.